Quicksand is a 2-year-old extreme demon that went through 12 verifiers after it was completed. Recently it was verified by Colorbolt and is up on the servers. The level has really unique decoration and gameplay, using predominantly yellow colors, and a theme that has to do with sand and pyramids, deserts, and that sort of thing. Unlike my previous level reviews, I haven't actually beat this level in normal mode, but I did go through once in practice and I've beat some parts individually. And from what I can tell, it's pretty unbalanced. Some parts stick out as being way harder than the rest, like the very beginning, this straight fly, the part at 47, and the part at 68. It may be unbalanced, but the gameplay is really creative and fun to play. It's made up of mostly timings and ship parts, but it does the timings and flying in a different way than most levels. That being said, the gameplay is kind of unorganized and a bit random at times. The parts don't really fit together like a solo project does, or a more organized mega collab like Ragnarok. Every creator just kind of went their own way with how the gameplay moves, and it makes the level feel like a bunch of parts just strung together. This is a pretty big problem with a lot of extreme demons where the gameplay is made by a bunch of different people. Every creator is going to have a different style for gameplay. A lot of different gameplay styles usually leads to the level being unbalanced, especially with demons. And when your level's 3 minutes long, difficulty spikes are going to be really irritating. Usually I don't care about gameplay for extreme demons that much, since I can't really play them, but this one did at least manage to get my attention. Anyway, let's get into the decoration. So this demon is over 2 years old, and that definitely shows in some parts, especially early on in the level. Some of the parts look really good, like something out of Belloc, and some look like they probably should have been remastered to prevent looking old. For me, some of the best looking parts are the beginning, the start of the drop, and the part at 80%. The parts that were built in the early stages of creation didn't really age well, and there's also some new parts that look empty. This last part has some of the worst block design I've seen in a modern extreme demon. The glow kind of carries the part design-wise, and it ends up looking like there should be more decoration. That's not really to rag on this part. I think there's a lot of parts in the level that look pretty average, and some actually look worse than this part. But this level just kind of switches between looking good and looking bad. Although Quicksand does kind of fluctuate in quality, I can appreciate its consistent theming. Most mega collabs and extreme demons nowadays are just a bunch of parts glued together. There are some really good levels that are like this, like Digital Descent, but a consistent theme and good decoration is what really makes a level special and stick out. The team did throw out a few parts that didn't really fit the theme, but they also left in parts like this that don't follow the theme at all. This part just sticks out as being empty, and not having anything to do with sand besides having a yellow saturated color palette. That honestly looks pretty bad. If you had a level that looked like this all the way through, it probably wouldn't be featured nowadays. I mean, there's basically no air decoration or block design. This part is really fun gameplay wise, and it is one of the most fun parts to play in the whole level. Over the whole level, the design is pretty average for most extreme demons, and in some parts, it's really good. Quicksand has more personality than most extreme demons that are coming out now. The little quirks in this level are why it stood out to me, and why I like it. Overall, Quicksand is just really fun to play, and look at if you're not good enough to play it. I'd say it's one of the more unique extreme demons that's out right now, and I definitely like to see more levels like it. With the proper team of gameplay creators and decorators, I feel like a level like this could potentially be one of the best in the game. Quicksand does a really good job of highlighting individual parts as well as mixing them well together. I definitely like to see this level featured, and maybe even given epic.